Hey guys, what's going on? Thought I'd give you a few tips on this fender. This is off the Camaro. I did the body work on it a couple of weeks ago, and this one ain't too bad. It's off the driver's side. I just did a little bit of body work to it, and then I put some epoxy on it, epoxy primer. And the other passenger fender is one that had the dent in it from a previous video. I did all the body work on that and stuff. I missed some stuff on that, so I'll take you over and show you earlier, but here in a minute. But I want to give you a few tips. This epoxy primer, I had it down to some bare metal and stuff, so I just put some epoxy on it because I was done with it for a few weeks. So I got to working on these doors. But everybody, most people know that epoxy is not meant to be stacked or whatever. It's usually, you can usually just use it to cover bare metal or a sealer or something like that. But I want to give you a tip on how you can use it as a guide coat too, because I'm going to put some contour poly on here and really get these fenders laser straight to door, the whole bunch of color. So and I'm about ready to do that. But I wanted to step it up, and I wanted to use this epoxy as a reference, as a guide coat, just to make sure that I got the body work done on it, that I don't have anything else to do. And I got most of it done now, but just a few sanding tips. Get your sanding blocks. These are them, really light salt sanding blocks. And I like to go into a X pattern. And back in the day when I first started doing this, I just kind of was sanding and sanding. And then somebody turned me on this hex pattern. As you're sanding, it'll take up twice as much material. And the reason is when you're sanding, you're going like this, you're creating all them sand scratches in one direction. And you keep going in the same grooves, and you just keep going towards the same thing. Now, if you go with a hex pattern like this, when you create them sand scratches this way and you start to go this way, you're going across some scratches and you're really digging that material out instead of going towards it, going with the grain. You start using this hex pattern, you start really removing a lot of material, getting that stuff out of there. You can move a lot more material a lot faster, and it makes your panel a lot straighter. You're not working in one spot, you're moving it around, and it just really makes a nice flat panel. These body lines, I want to keep them nice and crisp. So you can see from the top to the bottom of this line. That's a good reference for the guide coat. You can see where I've sanded and where I haven't sanded. And it'll tell on you pretty quick. You're going to see where your low spots are and where they're not. In fact, I got a little low spot right here by this light. We'll check that out here in a minute. Finish this up. And you can see how I'm working against this body line. I'm not rolling over it. You got to show some discipline. You're not rolling over it. You're sanding up to it. Give it that nice, crisp, clean body line. And once I do the whole thing and get some poly and stuff on here, block the whole thing down again. Then I'm gonna see where I stand. I'll probably put some K2 on here and just to make sure that these body lines just really stand out. I'm doing the same here on this wheel arch. Sand down into that groove. Try not to be crazy and get up in there and make all these lines nice and crisp. And on these Camaros, this bottom part of the fender and on this side too, they just they go right into it. It's all the same angle from this bottom right into the outside of this arch. And on the top, goes right down into the top part of that arch. And you just gotta show a little discipline. Not trying to get too much of it out. Still shaping. And really, I'm just kind of doing this to give myself, like I said, a reference point where I'm at. Do I need to do any more body work to this fender? Is it ready for is ready for some K2 or some contour, and then a final sand before paint. I got one little low spot right there. You know what, let me look at I might be able to get that. Technique I'm using, you can put your dolly on the back of this low spot, and you can tap around it. It sometimes pushes that out. And if it doesn't work, then I'll flip the fender over and tap it from behind. But you gotta use some patience. I mean, it takes time if you see. I think that about did it right there. You don't want to try this. It don't take much to move this metal. Just a few taps, it'll come back out. Now that's acceptable. It's still a little low, but nothing some contours of K2 will take care of it. So, as you can see it's still a little low there, but honestly, that's nothing. Some K2 or some contour poly won't take care of. You can see them body lines are nice and clean and crisp. I think this fender is pretty close to being done. Now you can see a little low spot here. This is what I mean. Use this stuff as a guide coat. You can see where you're at. No, I mean, it's not meant to be stacked and primed and stacked as a filler, but you can use it as a good guide coat once you put it over your bare metal and you want to see where you're at before you really start stacking some primer and stuff on here and see where you're going to need some work. And that's not bad. And this other fender over here, as I was talking about, as you can see right there, this is low. I'm not sure how I missed that. But this is the dent. The dent's all out. And you can see I got a little bitty low spot right there. But that's not bad. Again, stuff like this, don't freak out about it. Your K2 and stuff, your high build primer surfacers are going to take care of little imperfections like that. And this right here, it was a pretty big dent right here. Now, again, I don't know how I missed it. I just kept tapping it, kept working it out. And as you can see, that is pretty flat. A little low right there, but K2 take care of it. And right here, I missed this. I don't know how I missed this. I guess maybe I got so wrapped up in pulling that other dent out in the front. But there's some structure on the back of this fender on the back, so I can't really get back in there. But that's not a really big. It's not a really big dent. I might put some body filler on there and just put a really skim coat of body filler on there, and that'll take care of that. I want to get these doors and these two front fenders ready for this primer surfacer. Now, I worked on this door last week, and this door is the passenger door. Somebody sideswiped it. They put a big dent right down in here. Now, obviously, I took welded some studs on there and my dent puller, and I pulled it out. Got it pretty flat, put a skim coat on there. There was a crease actually down both sides of this body line, so I bumped them out a little bit and got it pretty flat, pretty straight, skim coated body filler. And you can see here on this door how I'm starting to work this body line and get this body line worked in good. I need to do a little bit more work. I'm going to sand on this a little bit more and see if I can crisp up that body line before I put any K2 on there. Just try to get it looking about as best I can and see what happens. And I'll sand on a little bit and we'll see what we come up with. Again, sand up to the body line. See, I didn't put any epoxy on this, but I had some aerosol. You know, take the spinner off real quick before it bites the dust. So I had some aerosol hydro that after I did the body fill and pulled these dents, I just sprayed that on there and I sand. And use that for a guide coat. Now I'm doing this with some 120, because I'm pretty close to where I want to be. You know, if you're really doing some aggressive shaping and where you just put your filler down and you're just trying to knock the edges of it off, you can do it with an 80 grit. Obviously, I'm still shaping here and trying to get this body line nice and clean. It still needs some work. But I think it's going to pay off now. This is a lot of rubbing and scrubbing. Sanding sucks. I don't like it, but I'll tell you what, if you're working on a project and you want it really laser straight, you want these body lines to be nice and clean, you gotta take the time to do it. That's the only way it's going to get there. And all the hard work on the end will definitely pay off. You can see my low spots. It looks like I'm still low right here on my body line, but at the same time, I keep working it because I think some of this material, some of this body filler can be removed. So I'm kind of playing a game. I'm just watching it, and I'm sanding it. I don't want to take too much more material off. Because then you're going to have to apply some more. And if it's not too super bad, you know, just get it here a little bit. You can use your K2 or your polycarbonate surfacer and fill that in. And you can always wet take this stuff. But I feel some difference. I feel this low spot there, you can see it. I really don't feel this too much. I feel that. And I'm just wondering, doesn't seem bad. I think maybe some of that primer surfacer might take care of it, but we'll see. But anyway, here's a few tips on sanding and how to use that epoxy as good guide code. I got a lot of work left to do on this. I'm going to sand on it some more. I got to put some body filler on that little dent right on that body line with a finger. And then I got that other door to work on, that driver's side door. It's pretty, it had one dent in it. Here's my back there, right along the body line. I think a lot of them dents are people door dinging, you know. Here's the grocery store, people open the door, don't, that's your door dinging. That's where a lot of them come from. But I'm gonna work on this door, finish it up. Work on that other door, get it ready for some contour polishing. And I'm gonna spray both these doors and these fenders. And then we're gonna do another block sanding and see exactly where we're at. I'm confident with that driver's side front fender. I just showed you how to use that for guide code. There's nothing on there. There's no low spots. I mean, like I said, it'll stand out. It'll tell on you. Just like that little dent right there. You can see, just like here. This is a high build primer. It's poly. You can see your low spots. And they need some work. So I'm going to do that. And once I get this done and get them ready to spray, I'll come back with another video and show you how to spray that poly. The poly primer surfacer. You got to have a big nozzle, big gun, because the stuff's thick. Basically, it's just a liquid sprayable body filler that has no shrinkage. You lay that stuff down, and it has no shrinkage to it, and it's good stuff. But I'll let you know. I'll show you. I'll show you here in a little bit.